Welcome to Hallis Beer Hall. We're your spot for the grit and passion of Chicago sports. From the gridiron battles of the Bears to the diamond drama of the Cubs and Sox. Grab a cold one, settle in, and let's slapshot our way from the United Center to the Lakeshore Drive. This is Hallis Beer Hall, where the game never ends and the passion never fades.
It's such a pleasure to see you, especially on a noteworthy event like this one.
32, we got fucking fire, man! I know it. Here we go. Big time players, big time plays.
I mean, I never heard anybody say I'm going to Cleveland on vacation.
That's all I needed for him to do that, and it became personal with me.
You know, I'm not a very good catcher. I'm much better at getting high than getting low.
All right, I'm here with Jeremy at the bar watching the Bears lose to the Washington Commanders 12-0. Chum's sitting next to me as well. Jeremy, what do you got to say about this game?
This is bullshit.
You heard it here first, folks. This sucks. Give me any other things you got in your head about this game.
38 passing yards. Caleb looks scared. Matt Eberflus is a bitch. Play calling sucks. Commanders don't look great either, but it's a terrible day.
Yeah, it's not good. Let's see what Caleb does here. Pass downfield. Oh, overthrew him again. I think he's fucking 5 for 16 or something in the game. Chum, how do you feel about this?
It's not over yet.
The Bears end up 15-12 in the fourth. Then this happens.
Comes down to one last play, and it's going to be getting longer by the second. You're all the way back at the 30-yard line. Now you can step into it. Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line, and the ball is caught! Caught! It's a miracle! It's Noah Brown! Oh my goodness! This town is going crazy! It's a madhouse in Landover, Maryland! He did it! Oh, this one will be paid back over and over again for decades. The ball tipped by Stevenson. Noah Brown just standing back there all alone. Plucks it out of the air for the victory.
Just a moment of silence there. All right, who wants to start?
Where do we begin?
I'm still trying to process my feelings.
That game sucked. That fucking sucked. In every level, horrible offensive play. Terrible play calls by Shane Waldron. Defense was good. They were what we needed them to be. We lost on a Hail Mary. We lost on a Hail fucking Mary. It would seem that after losing to so many Hail Marys by Aaron Rodgers, by anyone who wants to throw a Hail Mary against the Bears, we would do some type of practice. How about let's rush more than fucking 3 people? Let's rush more. He was running around. No one could get him. Also, huge reason for that, all our fucking defensive line was being held the whole time. It should have been a fucking holding. What? There's no flags called on a fucking Hail Mary play? This is bullshit.
Yeah, no, you can't call flags on the last play of the game. You know, that's just how it works in the NFL.
Is that a rule? This seems like that's a rule.
No, it's an artificial rule by the refs, probably, because they can't see shit, apparently.
That felt so bad. That was brutal.
The defense had no right being dogged at the end like that. They did so well.
They didn't do anything wrong. They played a great game.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It hurts. Caleb was all over the place, dude.
Caleb sucked. Caleb sucked today.
Honestly, if I don't know what it was, probably the whole Jaden Daniels versus Caleb, 1 overall against the 2nd overall. But if Caleb's playing that bad for 2 quarters and then into third, just put in the backup. Stop.
You're never gonna put in your backup.
Yeah.
That's just gonna stunt his.
Oh, I don't know, dude.
It's the backup's only going in if you're up by 20 in the last quarter or you're down by 20 in the last quarter.
Well, if
So,
anything, the buy stunted his growth more than the fucking game did.
But I mean, he's gonna have to learn how to get out of these funks. He's gonna have to, I mean, it's this fifth game, like, or sixth
it's
game.
one game. It's one game.
It is one game, yeah.
But it's like, fuck, man. When you have it in your fingers and it gets pulled out by a Hail Mary, that's pretty brutal. But Aaron, I would like to hear what you have to say about the game.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you guys. I think the offense, starting with the offense, just kind of sucked. I don't not a lot of time to throw. It seemed like I don't know if people weren't getting open because I can't really see how the routes are going, but Caleb a lot of times was just looking around and then just pulled it back and then took off running. It's weird. It feels like quite a departure from what we saw the last 2 weeks. So kind of just confused on what the game plan was. Again, we suck in the first quarter as per usual. That has to get figured out. We lost a billion offensive linemen. So that kind of stinks. DJ Moore is a dog. That was a sweet catch that he had. Roma Dunze, I thought, had a pretty good game. I thought the play calling, that. Why the fuck are we giving the ball to Doug Kramer on the 1 yard line? Why did we have to get cute there? It's where the Roschon thing has worked so many times. Just do the Roschon thing. So that was annoying. I thought defense played good. Yeah, some stupid penalties, but again, it's kind of just the name of the game. We like our defense to be in people's faces and stuff. So kind of annoying that Tyreek Stevenson hit the dude in the mouth guard or whatever, but fuck it. That's just kind of what you get with that guy. So it's fine. Special teams is sick. Torrey Taylor was really good. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it feels like that one was on coaching a little bit. And Caleb obviously, but we just could not help ourselves. Yeah.
A lot of it.
So just kind of fucking sucks. And I feel like too, we could have spun it. If we would have won that game, we could spin it as, hey, it was a dog shit game from both sides. We figured out a way to win. Caleb went down there and finished it in the 2-minute drill. But since we lost, it just fuck, there's no spinning this. That was just a bad game to watch.
It was honestly bad luck. I mean, that was literally bad luck at the end. But it's dude.
Yeah. I just don't know why we didn't have a guy playing the tip. That's...
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man, the defense was on the field a long time that game. So, Hank, what do you got to say about it?
I mean, when I was watching it the whole time, it kind of went back to week 1 and 2 feeling, where it was that accidental fear and just anxiety sitting. Whereas, the last 2 games, we've been throwing 5 TDs each and going over 300 yards. It's but yeah, so, I mean, sitting there, I was excited when Torrey Taylor always got up, which he punted 8+ times in the game, which is terrible, but at least we have him.
Yeah.
And I believe the penalty yardage was we had 8+ penalties at 40+ yards or 60 yards, something around there.
How about some of our spots today too? It seemed like the refs were spotting us a yard back, spotting them a yard forward.
I didn't notice that.
Oh, dude, I was noticing that all game.
Damn.
But I am very biased, so
well, I mean, again, even not getting off topic of the Bears game, this whole week, or maybe it was last week, but it just seems like the last couple weeks the refs have been shit with calls. They've been getting called out left and right. So I don't know.
I do want to point out to our listeners, this is what we would call the down episode. The episode where inevitably it was coming of just a horrible loss.
Energy is low.
Bad.
Yeah, but
the morale is low, vibes are low.
To be against the Commanders and we were hyping up the Jalen Daniels matchup, it just feels bad too. But yeah, no,
I've got some notes.
I don't know. Yeah, hit it off. What do you got?
It does. It feels very low. It feels bad.
If it's one game, it feels bad. But it's I know it's one game, but it doesn't sit well at all.
Historically, it's the fucking Washington Commanders right now.
Yeah.
And we just had a 12-0 or a 9-0 game at halftime.
Yep.
How fucking pathetic is that? Like, oh. But all right, go through some notes. Bears lose on a Hail Mary. Unlucky. Fuck it. Offense sucked. This is what I wrote during the game, by the way. All capitals. Offense sucked. Caleb was off. Shane Waldron should be fired 2 times now on the goal line. Calls a terrible play in 2 different games in crucial moments. Yes, we went down and scored again today, but like, man, was that fucking bad. We got to throw the ball to Cole Kmet. What are we doing here?
Man's got hands.
Every game he has 20, or I'm talking fantasy terms. Every game where he gets past the ball, he scores a touchdown or 2, and we win. So what are we doing? He got 2 passes today. Fucking horseshit. Horrible loss, and does it go to show that we've only played bad teams maybe, and we played an actual team today, and it was a horrible looking game, but maybe that's the narrative they're going to run. I have no idea, but it seems like we played a team that was more talented than the norm that we've been playing, and we didn't show up. Off a bye. Maybe we were on vacation still. I have no fucking idea. If Caleb sent rubber duckies to Jaden Daniels, he made a mistake because he didn't show up today. So,
Yeah.
but if that's off, we can cut that.
I don't know, man.
Oh man! I also just saw on Twitter people are saying like, when the Hail Mary was snapped, Tyreek Stevenson wasn't even paying attention to the play. He was taunting the Commanders fans in the stands, like throwing his hands up at them and shit. Then turned around, saw the play was happening, ran to where the ball was, tips off his hands. They get the thing. Can't make it up.
Are you
Dude, he had a bad
Are you
game.
kidding me?
He had a bad game today. He missed tackles. He had penalties against him. He had that fucking stupid ass penalty against him that gave him a first down.
Yeah.
That shit made me want to jump through the TV, dude. This is one of those games, man, where I was sitting there and I was watching it and I was like, you can't be serious. You are a professional NFL team with this shit. Like, I know I'm just a guy talking on Discord with 2 other guys. 11 people will hear this. I don't give a fuck. That sucked today. That felt bad. I don't know.
Well,
God damn, I need a shot. I need a bong hit. I need something, dude. I'm drinking a coffee right now, trying to get
poured myself a beer just so I have it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, all right. Next week, who do we got?
Yeah. Who do we face?
The Cardinals.
Next?
And we're
Cardinals?
there.
Yeah,
baby.
we're at the game. I'm like,
And
you guys
we're
are like,
there,
what
baby.
Yeah. All right.
Let's
Yeah.
turn
Cool.
the vibes around.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to the game. We gotta. How about we bring the energy? We bring the energy back. Like, cause
maybe,
you know,
maybe tickets will drop.
You know, like all the
Someone need to
Bears
put
fans that
heat
are gonna
on their
go.
ass,
Hey,
so.
well, yeah, we're gonna be better because they got a key win today apparently.
Yeah. Let's go fucking rain on their parade. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, we better walk in that stadium energy vibing because if there's any Bears fan there starting to be negative, I'm gonna be like, hell no.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
Well,
We can't have it
yeah.
anymore.
I guess another thing to look at, and I'm going to bring it back down for a second, but now we're last in the division?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're last in the division. Pretty much every team. Well, Vikings lost again, but Lions crushed. Packers won.
Packers won barely, I think.
Yeah, on a game-winning field goal at the end. But we can take Cardinals. I mean, like, their defense isn't anything great, and like their offense kind of sucks. Like, if Tua can put up that many points on them, like I think if the offense can show up, the defense will hold them. I think it should be a win. So It's for sure going to be a home game, basically.
You know, when
if I see some Shane Waldron plays like that again, some play calls, and we're in the stands, I'm gonna be giving it to his fucking ass. No pause, no diddy. I'm gonna be giving it to Shane Waldron's ass on the sideline, dude. I'm gonna be screaming at this motherfucker.
We'll just start a chant.
Yes. Jesus Christ. There was some. Oh, God.
Oh, actually, yeah, there was. I mean, going back to the game real quick, there was the two play call. It was first the design run by Caleb to run the ball, and then they called it again. Why are you calling the same play twice in a row?
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't he have ran the ball? I mean, dude, there were so many things wrong today. Caleb Williams overthrew guys 6 times.
Yeah.
It felt like more than
the
that.
Overthrows were pretty brutal. Like,
that was the one in the fourth quarter, like on like the second drive we had. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, you threw it out of bounds 15 feet away from the guy. It was like, I think it was Odunze like running a route. He threw it in a double coverage. Odunze wasn't open one time towards the end zone, and he threw it in a double coverage. Almost got it intercepted in like the first half. I was like, what are you doing right now? Why are we throwing Nicole Komet? I don't understand.
Honestly, I know Caleb even said it in like interviews or whatever. He's like, I don't get nervous. No, I felt like he was jittery as hell today.
Yeah, of
There's
course
no
he
way.
was.
No way he's
yeah,
not.
Dude, it was obvious. Yeah. Oi, oi, oi.
But maybe the warm weather will do some good for him. You know?
Yeah. Because this is a pretty depressing.
It's pretty depressing. I don't have much to say.
It's like, that sucked. Arizona, though, that'll be fun. Hey, we got an Airbnb with a pool, and we're going to get some food.
Dude,
and
we're about to grill
have
up.
a good time, and if the Bears win, it'll be even better, but...
If we go into the Cardinals and we have like a decent game and we end up losing, I swear to God, if we lose to a fucking field goal, I don't know how I'll feel. But if we just end up losing, I'll probably be a lot better than I am
dude,
today.
Honestly, it was the most unlucky turn of events at the end of the game today, and like that sucks. But we were one play away from winning the game.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey. Pull your fucking head out of your ass. You're 4-3. Let's fucking go. Like win the rest. We have a very hard schedule. Well, we got the Packers twice, Vikings twice, Lions twice. We got the Patriots. Could be easy, especially if Drake May went down. 49ers, who could be, that's 50-50. They're great or they're bad.
Yeah.
And it's Seahawks. Yep. So there's some winnable games in there.
For sure.
Just beat the fucking Packers, too.
Yep.
Please.
Yep.
God.
I've been saying it.
Well, what are you guys doing the rest of the night?
Contemplating life.
Yeah.
No,
I think we're going to be playing Mario Party here and trying to forget. I was way more hyped up, actually, and driving home from Portland, I was like, I'm going to crush some Grateful Dead right now. I'm going to chill. I'm going to let it vibe me out. And then I got here, and I'm like, it chilled me out, but I just became sad. So,
I mean, that's just how that game makes you feel. It's the like instant heartbreak. I remember even like watching. I was on the couch. I was just sitting there fine, and then all of a sudden that happened, and I was just like, blanket just flew off. I was like, what the fuck?
So I was at the bar with Jeremy and Chum and Skylar and her friend, and Brandon was there, and we're about to win. We're all sitting there. Hail Mary happens. Jeremy just gets up. He was late for work. He was staying to watch the end of the game. That happened. He didn't even say bye to anyone. He just stood up and left.
Oh, no, dude.
And I was like, yep, That's about right. I literally was getting texts from my dad just being like, what the fuck was the call? And then like at the end, I hadn't heard anything for like 20 minutes, and then at the end, wow. All that was sent to me. Wow.
My dad called
It's a day in the life.
My
It's a day in the life, boys, of a Bears fan.
Yeah,
So.
my dad, he was like, "So what do you think? Punt or get a touchdown? Like when we were gonna get ahead?" And he was like, "I think touchdown." I was like, yeah, I'm down for a touchdown." And then we got it. And then yeah, he pretty much did the same thing. He was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
There's sometimes I'm literally like, put Tory Taylor in as QB. Just put him in. Just whatever. Put him in as running back, dude. Whatever we need at that time. Just put him in, dude. Because, good Lord. But, hey, this is why we do it, boys. This is why we do it, audience.
What makes the highs high?
I mean, if anything, you get to hear some Bears fan tears going off.
The highs are high, the lows are low. I'm gonna tell you that.
So many more lows with this fucking team.
I mean, I don't know. It feels a lot better than it.
To the Thunderdome.
It feels way better than it does the last couple of years, you know.
That's what I mean. It's just my entire life. It's just been so many lows. so many lows.
I think I messaged Connor. I was like, this feels about like second under the double doink field, dude. I don't know why.
Pretty funny too. I was sitting there, and when the Bears lost, some fucking asshole at the Portland bar put on "I Got Friends in Low Places."
Oh shit!
It was super loud, and I was like, "Oh, you motherfucker!" It was fantastic. Hey, hold on. Someone's knocking at my door. I'm gonna knock it real quick.
All right. You got nothing, Aaron?
I've got nothing, dude. I'm so out of energy.
Just sucked right out of you.
Yeah, I got nothing.
So give me your reaction. Where were you at when you were watching it at the end? Yeah, I'm guessing you were upstairs, but like, what were you doing?
In my living room, sitting there. I almost threw my hat, which
I threw my
did
hat.
it. Yeah, I almost did. There's like a dog underneath me because we're dog sitting, and so I barely avoided that. And then I like screamed some expletives about hating my life. Kelly's like, "What the fuck?" But I reined it in pretty quickly. I only had a couple of those, so dogs are a little scared.
I'll bring in a special guest right now to tell her opinions of what just happened.
Oh, okay.
So, hold on. She can explain how I was, I guess. All right. This is our special correspondent.
Oh, Laszlo.
And Skylar.
It's mainly for Laszlo.
Yeah, so what happened?
So the Bears fucked up. Hail Mary to no one, for fuck's sake.
It was really to no one, to fuck's sake.
You know, the Bears, like I told Connor, I was like, this is an ongoing theme.
Yes.
I'm hoping for the best, but also you gotta be realistic.
All right, that's enough from Skylar. This is great correspondence.
Keep it in or you get no chicken.
All right,
you heard her, Connor. I gotta keep it in, otherwise you ain't got no chicken.
All right, pelts.
Bye, Sky.
Tell her.
I'll tell her.
So funny.
So, Aaron, I can tell you're distraught being here on this podcast. Go into it, dude.
No, I don't have many thoughts. Honestly, like I'm just.
You're so distraught that you just have a blank head.
Dude, I don't. It's just a sad game. I don't know.
It's
There's
just
nothing.
disappointing.
It was kind of a boring game. There's not much that happens. You know what I mean?
Honestly,
like,
yeah, the boringness was pretty bad.
Yeah, the fourth quarter, you could have turned the game on in 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter and been like, oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Got
honestly.
It.
Yeah, I guess the only bright side is like, I mean, we held them for a long time. Special teams was good. Coaching sucked. yeah, it just was kind of felt long, felt boring. Like we like we had a couple of 3-and-outs, but then like we would get a couple of first downs and then just nothing. Like it's just like we never felt dangerous on offense. DeAndre Swift sick though. That was a sweet run that he had for that touchdown.
That was like the one highlight. Yeah.
He's
That was
redeemed
great.
himself. He
Yeah,
has redeemed
he's
himself fully.
insane. Like, he also had over like
I
125 yards
you.
rushing
You're
today
on
or something.
camera.
So yeah, he was sweet. I don't think of anyone else that like really stuck out to me. DJ Moore making that catch, that was insane.
Yeah, hopefully he's not injured. He took a hit and had to go in the blue tent.
I don't
and
know if it
wasn't
was
good.
the hit. I think it was the landing kind of fucked him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he like his like knocked the air out or like what it was, but glad to see he got back though. We got to figure out what we're doing an offensive line. Sucks that everyone got hurt. Like,
Yeah. Tevin Jenkins, man, it's a shame. I have that autograph card. I'm like, dude, just stay healthy so I can make some money off your autograph later.
it's just like at this point, like, will he ever stay healthy? You know what I mean? It's like all the time.
I mean, what was it? Like he got his
back in.
toe stepped on or something like that?
His knee. It was something with his knee.
On that.
All right. I thought it was his foot because he like was pointing down at it.
Yeah. See, this is the point of the podcast where we put in Eric Andre. We'll be right back. Jesus. Well, I don't know. What y'all think? What else is going on in Chicago sports? How are the Blackhawks doing?
Hawks are not doing the greatest. Also, again, I can't really watch the games because the TV network programming system bullshit.
It's on Fubo now.
Fiasco.
It's on Fubo now?
It's on Fubo now.
Oh,
Aaron gives me
Fubo.
good
That's
news because I think I actually do have a game that I have recorded that I need to watch, but I mean, as far as I can tell from what I've heard is we're flashy, but we're just not consistent, and it's it's at least fun to watch, but we're not winning games. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's all I really got.
Well, hey, I do want to say that tweet I made of Shane Waldron. I'll send you the picture again, Hank, or you can grab it off my Twitter or whatever. But or the podcast. But 49 likes and 18 reposts. I called Shane Waldron a dumbass on Twitter, and it's apparently the best tweet I've ever made.
I mean, we've all heard your reservations about Shane, so I mean it's obvious, but also
I thought he had turned a page. I thought things were looking good. Turns out we were just playing horrible defenses that can't read a college offense. So that was, probably where we're at.
Also on that fumble call, Matt Eberflus has to veto that. Like as soon as that comes through the headset, he's got to be like, "What the fuck did you just call?" Like,
yep,
that can't happen.
Yep. Matt Eberflus. So it's a lot of it's basically from all the games we lost, but he's terrible at challenges, timeouts, anything that a coach needs to do. Eberflus is terrible. He seems like a good defensive coordinator, but what is he doing? Is he just relying fully on Shane Waldron for the offense? Probably. And is that working? Few of the games it was. We have a very hard schedule coming up.
It seems like he was given Shane. He's given the Shane and Caleb the keys to the car for the offense. Because if you notice, I think there was one thing that Tony Romo, which by the way, I don't know if I really care for Tony Romo's commentary, but
really, he's the worst fucking motherfucker in the world.
But like he was saying like the Commanders were doing the whole line up on the line, then pick a play. And apparently the Bears were also mimicking that, I guess, where they would line up on the line and then they would be like, look at the defense and then pick a play. So it's like they were audibling, but they were doing it the same way the Commanders were doing. So I don't know if that's like Shane Waldron was like, oh yeah, we'll just mimic them because it'll be like college again. And I'm like, That's weird.
I don't know, dude. Romo was even saying shit like he would be like, oh, and this is gonna be, they're gonna call that back, and it's gonna be like this, and then literally the exact opposite would happen on the team.
Romo got so much shit wrong today. It was crazy.
I was like, whoa, like how are you? I could do a better job.
There was
on the game.
There was one time he got one thing right. He was like, I know this is a run play because this guy just ran on and he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And that was funny. And I was like, oh, okay. Fucking fortune teller.
But that one where they called it like an incomplete pass when the guy like caught it in the touchdown or whatever. Romo's like, oh, for sure, a fucking completed pass. Like, chalk it up, whatever, blah, blah. And then they came back and they're like, oh, yeah, just stayed on the field. Like, we didn't have that. We didn't see that angle. Like, we didn't see that. I'm like, that's the one we've been looking at this entire fucking time was that shot. Like, what are you talking about? You didn't see it. You're just an idiot. I was getting so
I'll make the argument for that touchdown to Ertz. I think it was a catch.
He had
I don't know.
Control, didn't he?
But
when he hit the ground, it moved.
I did see the hand hit it too, and it wasn't fully in control when it was coming down. But if I was a Commanders fan, I would have been like, I would have been spazzing.
I would have been pissed for sure, for sure. Yeah.
Like, yeah, but
maybe that's karma from that Zach Miller catch where he literally came down with the ball and then put it down on the ground to like fix his leg that was bleeding out in the end zone, and they called it an incomplete.
Yeah,
finally got it back.
That was a touchdown. I remember watching that game live, and I was like,
that was so sad. He literally caught it, was holding onto the ball, and then was like, I need to tend to my fucking twisted femur.
Game-ending life-ending injury. Almost
career ending, I think. But yeah,
career ending, but I think it was pretty bad. Like he was.
No, he had to like go straight to the hospital. Yeah. Crazy.
Well, there's no. I'm not in the mood for trivia, so we're not doing trivia this week.
I think we can make this a short one.
Can't take any more L.
We can make this a short one.
Our emo podcast, our emo Bears fan podcast. Here you go. But I do.
Arizona week, Cardinals week.
Hank, Aaron, do you have anything else to say about this game?
Nothing about this game, but we're gonna go next week into Arizona, and we're gonna have a chip on our shoulder because the media and everybody's gonna talk so much shit about us, and we're gonna go there and de-glove a bird. Okay.
We're gonna de-glove a bird.
We're gonna de-glove a bird.
So that's the motto, baby.
Also, Kyler Murray, we are going to demolish him. And, I mean, I have a very strong feeling of a win next week. So if you guys want to throw money on the Bears next week.
And FanDuel's legal there, right?
Yes, it is.
I'm going to lose so much money on this trip.
I'm going to lose so much money. All right, but let's end the podcast and then let's talk about this vacation because this game sucked and I'd rather talk to you guys about having fun. So, all right. All right, boys, we got this. Going to Arizona next week. Fucking Bears blew it today, but life's still good. Fucking jam on. Rest in peace, Phil Lesh. Smoke cigars, drink beer, eat fried chicken. Let's fucking go, Bears. We're gonna be back one day, just not today. All right, love you, bye.
Well, a lot of things happen today.
Sometimes life deals you bananas, and you gotta just say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna eat that shit."
I'm not touching it. Cut it. Cut it.
We're cutting it. We're done.
I had to tie that in.
We're out.
And they were all great. And they were all thrilling. And they were all dramatic.
But you know what? Get big, get tough, and get fucked.
Too bad we couldn't have had
hot, juicy cake takes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
some hot cakes on the griddle. You know what I'm saying?